Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back for more Battlebor. Now I'm going to be showing you exactly how I build Benedict. And then later on we're going to be showing you some gameplay. So let's hop on over to his Helix. Now, my build changes a little bit depending on whether, what gods I'm playing against. And also, this is for PvP because my PvE build changes a lot depending on which mission I'm doing. So for PvP, what I usually go with is the middle one, rejiggered ordnance, rejiggered ordnance, whatever it is, where you do 50% bonus damage to shields. I really like that. You can drop the shield super quick. It's really nice, especially for like turrets and things like that. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, I might use his persistent projectiles, which gives you plus 1 second homing duration, but like I said, 90% of the time, I'm going to go with bonus shield damage, which is really nice. I also use, for the second one, I use his wind chill, which lift off slows nearby enemies, which is really nice. You can slow them for your teammates and things like that for team battles. It's really awesome. I don't really like to push his nearby enemies away because if you're trying to fight them, you're trying to have a team battle, things like that, you want them slowed. You don't want to be knocking them back, and basically makes it easier for them to run away from you. So you could cause your team a kill by pushing them away like that. For the third tier, I usually do reload speed. Rocket propulsion isn't really that important as long as you're pretty accurate with your shots. So you know how to lead a shot. That's the important thing with Benedict, is he does fire rockets. It's not like a machine gun or anything like that. So you want to really know how to lead your shots when you're firing at target. And the farther away they are, the more you got to lead them. So it's a little bit tricky. He's really tricky to play. You got to take your time to get used to him. But I really recommend reload speed. I tried to use propulsion speed, and he just reloads so slowly. It'll get you killed if you're not able to reload. Benedict reloads a lot, so I go with reload speed. For my fourth tier, I do a murder of rockets. Now this launches 3 rockets in rapid succession when you use your RB ability. I'm playing on Xbox, so it's RB for me. And I really recommend this one. I found out I tried using rapid reload, which instantly reloads Benedict's rocket launcher when you use RB. But it's really, if you have a ton of reload speed, it's pretty much useless. You don't really need it. It's a lot better. You do a ton more damage if you use the 3 rockets. I'm telling you guys, I really recommend using the 3 rockets with this guy. So, moving on to tier 5, I believe I usually use his flight speed. 25% increased flight speed, which is Tailwind. I don't dive bomb. For PvE, it's a lot of fun. For PvP, it's kind of, I don't know, I just found it's unnecessary. I like to use my flight speed. I can get in and out of battles very quickly, and it makes it good for, evasive maneuvering, getting out of trouble, as well as getting to team battles faster. So I really like the increased movement speed, but again, that's just my preference. For tier 6, I usually do homing rockets deal increased damage to enemies. Like I said, Benedict is a very ranged character. I use his rockets 99% of the time. 90% of the time, I'm not lifting off of enemies unless I'm trying to run away. And so doing damage while I'm trying to run away kind of defeats the purpose. I feel like the rocket damage is a lot more important. For tier 7, I usually use, what do I use? I think it's Surgical Strike, which is, I do 18% damage increase, but it's minus 20% area of effect radius, which isn't really a big deal because, as you'll see as we get farther down the tier, you can actually increase your area of effect radius. So I really like doing the bonus damage again, especially in PvP. This guy can drop enemies in 4 or 5 shots. So he's very powerful, especially if you're building pure damage like that. I use, for tier 8, first class shields begin to recharge immediately after activating liftoff. Now this is really important because if you're lifting off, like I said, half the time I'm lifting off, it's to get out of battle. It means I'm getting my ass handed to me and I need to get out of there. So as soon as I lift off to run away, my shield recharges, which is freaking sweet. It allows me to take extra damage while they're shooting me while I'm running away. So that's what I use for tier 8. For tier 9, this is what I was talking about. For tier 9, you're going to do, I believe I do Party Star. Let me look at tier 11 or 10, 10 real quick. Yeah. So for tier 9, I do Party Starter, which increases Hawkeye's rocket damage. Again, I'm just doing increased damage. I don't do the 50% area of effect radius, especially in PvP. A lot of those spots are narrow, and a lot of times the enemies are really close by. You don't need a huge area of effect. You want to do damage, and a lot of times it's one-on-one, or I'm just singling out a target. So I want to do increased damage. Now, the reason why I've done pure damage all the way down to tier 10, as you saw, is because I use the Hawk and All perk, the one on the left there, which is 100% area of effect radius. So all those times I skipped area of effect, it's twice as big now. I'm using 100% increase. So my area of effect damage is twice as big as it was. So you don't need all that extra area of effect damage. You already have plenty, and now you're doing a ton of bonus damage, which is really nice. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much how I do my Helix all the way down. I really hope I explained that pretty well. Sorry, guys. This is my first build video, so I'm a little bit rusty. But, so that's my Helix all the way down. Now, let's hop on over to my gear. For my gear, I use my loadout 3, and basically my items aren't that great. I'm only like a level 17 or 18 or something like that. I don't play this game a ton. I'm trying to get into it more. This is more Reaper's thing, but I want to bring you guys a build video. So when you're playing with Benedict, you want to look for critical hit damage, skill damage, and reload speed. All three of those things are very important. Now, I have some pretty decent items here. I mean, I have 10.42 critical hit damage plus 208 maximum health, which is really nice because Benedict is squishy. So I looked for that bonus perk specifically that gives me maximum health. I felt like that was really important. Now, moving on, I have 6.36% skill damage, which is nice. My skills, my rockets, are doing increased damage. Like I said, I try to build pure damage, but as my bonus perk, I also have 191 maximum health. Like I said, he is very squishy, so you want to try to have that bonus health. It helps out a little bit more. You're going to be able to stay in the fight a little bit more. Like I said, Benedict, if you build him right, he can absolutely destroy people. So you want to have that opportunity to stay in the fight as long as possible. And then, once again, reload speed. Benedict he's constantly reloading. I mean, I can't stress to you guys enough how often I am reloading with this guy. So anything within with reload speed greatly helps. Now, the bonus perk isn't that great. It's shield penetration for 15 seconds after destroying buildable. Not that useful, but like I said, my gear's not that great right now. Once I hit level 30, I'll be able to buy some chests and get some really good gear. But I just wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of what to look for when you're playing with Benedict. So like I said, reload speed, skill damage, and critical hit damage, and any perks that give you health are also, you know, they'll help you stay in them fights and become kind of a bruiser build. So let's hop on over to some gameplay, and you guys can actually get to see Benedict in action. Alright guys, so this is just one example of just how powerful Benedict really is, how quickly he can take out these turrets, you know, the buildables and things like that, and the bots and minions and all that stuff, but also how quickly he can take down a god. As you see, this guy actually, he's the aggressor. He tries to jump me, and I 1v1 him very easily. I slowed it down a little bit for you guys so you guys could actually see all the damage that's going on and actually really take in the fight. But as you see, I dropped this turret pretty quickly. Look how quickly it's just getting annihilated. And then this guy tries to jump me. So I just use my basic attack. Now, like I said, Benedict reloads a lot, so you want a lot of reload speed. Then I use my RB right there. As you can see, my tracking rockets, use my RB. Now I'm on cooldown and I'm reloading, so I use my LB to fly away. I want to buy myself as much time as possible while I reload and use my LB to fly away. So that's kind of the combo you're going to want to do. Basic attacks, then use your LB to buy time, use your RB whenever it's available. And I really hope that this video helped you guys. If you're new to our channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. I'm the one and only Z. Bye-bye.